took on Chile yesterday to a 60-16 victory. Earlier today as well, it was against Argentina, a 48-7 win, and Captain Joe Delagrave with 24 tries to lead the way for the United States. Well, a little bit about wheelchair rugby for maybe the first-time viewer. Played between two teams of 4 players on an indoor court, same dimensions as you see in basketball. Wheelchair rugby also played with a white ball, and that's going to be identical to a volleyball. The objective, obviously, to carry the ball across the opponent's goal line to score. Players are grouped into 7 sport classes, and those range from 0.5 for athletes with severe impairment to 3.5, and that includes athletes with mild impairment. All athletes have limited or no function in arms and legs, and there is a maximum of 8 points allowed in the court at all times to allow players with severe impairment to participate. So a look at the standings so far. The United States, as we told you earlier with those 2 matches, 2-0 with 4 points, tied with Canada. Brazil, a big one for them as they are 1-1 with just 2 points, tied with Colombia. Argentina and Chile down in that 5 and 6 spots. They're struggling as of right now, but it's so quick and anything can change, especially in a sport like wheelchair rugby. That was a quick look at Joe Delagrave as he gets ready, leading this United States team, certainly one to watch. Delagrave has been a crucial factor for this team. When you think about 24 tries just to start. And folks, bear with us on the picture. We're working through the signal right now from Lima. And of course, as we said earlier in the day, while we have wheelchair rugby going on, we've also got track and field happening. And a little bit of a hazy day over at the stadium, but a exciting roster of events coming up. Some Americans in some key positions. We'll keep you updated in that as we go. Lima, Peru right now, sunny and 80 degrees, so maybe a little bit warm for track and field, but the event's getting set to kick off over at the National Stadium in just a short amount of time. Again, we've got some Americans we're going to be keying in on, so we'll keep you up to date on how they're progressing and how they're looking, especially Lex Gillette. And as we get ready for things to kick off in rugby, the United States already, as we said, 2-0 on a pretty good rip right now. Talked about Joe Delagrave, leading scorer for this team. He has been just fantastic. Wisconsin native, one-time Paralympian back in 2012. Came away with a bronze medal there. Been at the sport for quite some time. Four players from each team allowed on the court at any given time. We'll keep you updated on some of the rules as we go as well. A lot of contact, that's all good. In fact, it's permitted between wheelchairs and quite the major part of the game. However, you got to be careful on the physical contact without the wheelchair. That's deemed dangerous. So such as striking another player from behind, that's not allowed. Direct physical contact between players, that's also not permitted. A couple little technical things to keep an eye on. Team's not allowed to have more than 3 players in their own key while they're defending their goal line. So keep you up to date on that. And offensive players are also not allowed, not permitted to remain in the opposing team's key for more than 10 seconds. So there are some clocks on things. Basic possession of the ball is around 40 seconds. Players can pass or bounce that ball to their teammates. And keep in mind that female athletes play on teams as well. It is mixed gender allowed. Obviously, the objective, much like normal rugby, of course, before it was called wheelchair rugby, it was called murder ball. That changed late 90s. And in order for the goal to count when it crosses the line, it's got to be 2 wheels across the goal line. All right, they're taking care of the handshakes last meetings, and then it'll be time to get this going. A look at the roster for the United States. Keeping a close eye on Chun, the 8, as well as the captain we've talked about, number 14, Joe Delagrave. And a look at the starting lineup for the United States. Not much of a surprise there. They'll rest Delagrave early on in this match. Scarturo, Ioki, Wheeler, and Fredette in the mix to get things kicked off. Look at the full roster for Brazil. The 11 brands, very good. And Gilson Wurzma. So Wurzma starting things off with Braz. Aquino the 6, and the 8 will be Rafael Hoffman. Last look at Brazil as they get ready for tip-off. Ryan Gaudet, Dion Salavas, the referees for the match. And again, we apologize for the pictures. We're working out the signal, so bear with us on that. Traditional ball spike to get things kicked off. A look at James Gumbert, coach for the United States. And Anna Ramtgrapes, the coach for Brazil. Let's look at Charles Ioki. Metropolitan State University, 2-time Paralympian in 2012 and 2016, 2-time medalist, has a silver and a bronze to his name. Picked up that silver at the Paralympic Games in Rio back in 2016. Number 10, Josh Wheeler there. His first Paralympics was in 2016. He came away with that silver as well. There's a look at coach. And we are ready to go in Lima. Third match for the United States. They come in 2-0 with significant victories over Chile and Argentina. Sizable and considerable. This game will move very quickly. There's a look at the ball we talked about. Basically a volleyball. Same bounce, same inflation. Remember, each team has about 40 seconds of possession before they have to either take that shot or get themselves a try. If not, it gets turned over. There are some penalties that are involved. Normally, it's a change of possession. Sometimes results in points. We'll keep you updated on all that as we go. And we are underway. Ioki with it. He'll kick things off and break hard down the left. And the United States makes it a very quick 1-0 game, just 9 seconds in to the first of 4 quarters. Nice block up at the line as the United States playing some man-on-man defense just deep inside. You see the 2 cones. That's the key area. You have to get both wheels across. So if you're up tilted on one wheel, it doesn't count. So that's where the contact will start to come in. 7:38 to go in the first. Scoring happens quickly and fast in this sport, and that ties things up at 1 apiece for an easy in for Brazil. United States wheeling through, easy pass up to Josh Wheeler, and he'll roll across to make it a 2-1 match for the United States. Josh Wheeler has 5 brothers and 5 sisters, comes from a very big family, fluent in Spanish as well. He's in the right spot. Tied at 1, 7:22 to go in the first. Bear with us on the signal, folks. We're working to get that fixed for you. It is 2-1 for the United States. That scoreboard not accurate. Now they get it up to speed. That was a good goal by Josh Wheeler. Two tries to 1 for the United States. Brazil playing defense hard right now, and the United States boxing them out to the outside. There you see that shot clock in the top left at 30 seconds. So that's where possession is at for Brazil at that time. So a foul there will cause a turnover. No substitution. All right, play back underway and resuming. It will be an inbound for Brazil. .7:11 to go in the first. Time resumes once the ball's inbounded. Brazil with it on the far side. United States playing strong defense. That's Josh Wheeler trying to force the turnover, but Brazil picks it back up. Big long bomb for Brazil, but beautiful interception by Josh Wheeler. And an easy try to make it a 3-1 contest for the United States. Josh Wheeler in 2006, struck by a car while on his motorcycle. His neck was broken, he lost function of his lower body and part of the function of his right arm and hand. Battled back, always a fighter. Fell in love with the sport almost right away. Big contact mid-court. The United States just getting physical very quickly here to start this off, keeping Brazil pushed way to the outside, guarding the key. Now keep in mind, if you're playing defense, you can only have 3 players inside the key at a given time, and you've got to go all the way across that back line in order for it to be a try. So the United States doing a nice job trying to keep everyone outside. That will not count. 3-1, still for the United States. They'll give it to him. He does get both wheels across, so that is a try for Brazil. My mistake. United States with an easy advance to cross, and that'll make it 4-2. And that's how quickly it can change. A quick ball movement or an outlet pass or a missed defensive pairing, and you can get turned around very quickly in this sport. Brazil working it back the other direction. Not as much contact as we saw in earlier matches. Now it picks up a little. Outlet pass to Brazil. They're on the far side. Wheeler trying for the steal. Helps to force the turnover. And the United States' Charles Ioki. He'll just roll it across for a try. 5-2 for the United States. Ioki, a Minneapolis, Minnesota native. 2-time Paralympian. Bronze in London. Big contact up top, just outside of the key. A huge hit for Ioki. The United States starting to get physical now with Brazil. They've opened up a 3-try lead. Here's another look at the contact. Big defensive stop by Wheeler. Big ups by Ioki as well, contacting and got the tip off the ball, so it goes back to the hands of the Brazilians. They'll cycle back up top. United States hanging low for defensive purposes. Jam up at top of the key. They try to work the ball low. Brazil not able to do it, so the ball will trickle to the outside. 4:48 to go in the first. U.S. nice and easy will roll another across for their 6th try on a beautiful outlet pass. That'll be Josh Wheeler picking up another. A close contest to start things off, but the U.S. opening up a bit of a lead right now for their biggest so far of the match, just about 4 minutes into the first quarter of this game. Now a jam up at the top of the key. Brazil will work that one back out to Hoffman. He gets it across to Braz. Braz thinks he has an angle, and he'll work it in, but they whistle prior. Well, that won't count. Foul occurred before the ball crossed the line, and looks like some substitutions here for the United States now. Wheeler coming out and taking a break. So is Skarturu. And that'll bring Captain Josh Delagrave, 24 points into the match. Joe played football at Wyona State from 03 to 04 and then was unfortunately in a boating accident in 2004. So apologies, folks. They will end up giving Brazil that try. The Trumbull singles got me a little mixed as well. We'll keep you up to date, though. The United States will get that one to make it 7-3 with 3:40 to go here in the first. Substitutions can obviously happen on whistles. So the United States back into the mix now. Brazil trying to work it down that far left side. They'll cycle back around to the top. That's Julio Braz. And an easy pass. Beautiful play right across to Gilson Wormsma, and he'll pick it up to make it 7-4. Another look at it. Perfect pass. Braz with a heads-up play there, and now it's a streaking American. That's number 5, Charles Ioki. He'll come across to make it 8-3. Chuck Aoki's been in a wheelchair for most of his life due to a genetic condition called hereditary sensory and automatic neuropathy type 2. Basically, no feeling in his body below the knees and elbows. One of the many inspired by the 2005 film Murder Ball after he played wheelchair basketball for 11 years. Ioki has been dominant so far through this first quarter. There's a look at Ioki. He made his international debut in 2009 and was named the U.S. Quad Rugby Association's Athlete of the Year in 2011. So some substitutions now for Brazil. The ball will inbound into the hands of Ioki. Ioki Beautiful pass, perfectly right over to number 14, Cap Josh Delagrave. 9-4, the United States leading, and the try starting to come quickly now for the U.S. squad. Five now the lead for the United States, and number 5, Ioki. Good look at him. He'll take a break. So that's a penalty for Ioki. And an easy try for Brazil to make it 9-5 with the U.S. down a man. Ioki back in the mix, and he will inbound it, excuse me. The United States works back the other direction. Ioki to the middle of your screen, the United States with some contact. Well played defensively at the line, but the United States able to work it over to make it 10-5. Here's another look in tight. That's Cap Joe Delagrave. There's the contact and the try for the U.S. .239 to go in the first. Timeout for the injury. Brazil will get the ball back. United States, the lead is 5. Brazil the other direction with it now. Davi Abreu to the middle. Dishes off to Braz. Braz meets contact hard just outside the left of the key. We'll circle back around. Braz trying to find another angle in, but the United States defense shoring it up. Braz satisfied to wheel it back. Now he'll take a run at it speed-wise. Works inside, cuts to the right, tries to work it in, dumps it across, and a beautiful pass and a beautiful play. Set up nicely by Braz. Dishes over to Jose Higuino, the captain for Brazil. And the score is 10-6, down by 4 now. But the United States, Ioki picks up the loose ball, runs it across the line, and the lead is 5 again, 11-6 for the United States with just under 2 to go in the first. Big contact in front. Brazil trying to work the ball out. That was stopped up right around half court by number 9 for the United States. That's that is not. That's Eric Newby. Ioki down low. And he'll pick up the try. So they will have called a foul on that Ioki last try. That does not count. So the score remains 11-6. Turnover to Brazil. They get the ball back down low inside their own end. Quick break for Lee Fredit. And Brazil the other direction. Quick hustle by Braz. Good defense by Ioki for the United States as he'll head him off at the pass. Official calling contact in the offensive zone. So the foul causes the turnover. So Julio Braz with an offensive foul means the United States gets the ball back on a big rush there by Brazil. 12-6 the score, 1:22 to go. Let's look at head coach James Gumbert. little work being done on Joe Delagrave's chair. Back underway. So Brazil with the ball. They make the push to the top of the key. Quick angle and nice defense by the U.S. to block them out. Well done there by Josh Wheeler. Tag team action defensively at the line. He'll make one more run at it. Braz can't get in. The United States calculated on the defense. Beautiful pass. That'll result in a turnover as it goes out of bounds. So the United States with stellar defense there, managing to keep Brazil at bay. U.S. with the inbound. Long pass there by number 10, Josh Wheeler. And it's an easy try for number 5. You've heard his name before, Charles Ioki, getting it done. Absolutely dominant for him right now in this match. I haven't even started getting crazy yet with the participation from Delagrave. Delagrave was the star earlier. 24 tries to lead this team through 2 matches. Again, the United States with a victory yesterday against Chile, 60-16. Earlier today against Argentina, 48-7, and now taking on Brazil. So the Brazilians with it, and a long bomb will work for an easy try if he can get his hands on the ball. But it won't work. 14-6 the score remains, the United States. So the pass just a little bit in front of him. Beautiful lob right there by number 11, Julio Braz. But Davy Abreu just couldn't get his hands on it, couldn't get control of the ball. Delagrave with the pass. This one will go cross court to Josh Wheeler. (14-6). And Ioki with another to make it 15-6 as the United States really opening up a lead after a tight start to the first quarter as rugby rolls on in the United States' 3rd match of the tournament in just a couple of days. So 15-6 at the end of the first period. A few more for you as the United States of America continues their dominance here in wheelchair rugby to open things up in Lima at the 2019 Parapan Am Games. Not the only competition going on in town. Let's get you over to athletics. This is Angel Jimenez. But that is the American Lex Gillette. One jump already, a 5.90 for Gillette. He's currently sitting in 2nd place. The Kingston and Raleigh, North Carolina native. Went to East Carolina University in '07 for recreation management. Gillette's life been guided by one simple phrase: there's no need for sight when you have vision. One of the most inspirational athletes here amongst a plethora of inspirational athletes. In 1992, Gillette was just an 8-year-old and he was getting ready for bed and he noticed blurriness. Doctors discovered that he had retina detachments in both of his eyes. That led to numerous hospital visits. We'll come back to Gillette in just a moment. This is the 5,000 meter T11 final. This is a wide lead right now, and Keep in mind that this is a visually impaired event, so the runner that is directly next to the athlete is a guide. They can communicate. Coming around that final stretch, we'll update you on how that finishes off, but let's get it back out to Lex Gillette now. Currently trains at the Chula Vista Elite Athlete Center. That's down in California. In addition to being an athlete, he loves singing, he plays the piano, terrific writer, enjoys reading, traveling, lots of other sports. Also an athlete mentor for Classroom Champions. Currently in second, his first jump a 5.90. Here's jump number 2. That may have been a fault. And we'll take you back out to the 5,000 meter T11, back to Lex Gillette in just a moment. And reminder, we'll get you back out for the second period of wheelchair rugby coming up. Killian from Peru in the lead. You see him with his guide there. No contact, but they can hold that braid between the two of them, and this is the final. The Peruvian pushing hard with 2 laps to go. Castro in that second spot. Sandoval in third. It's a race for second right now with Gulian of Peru wide out in front on this one. Crowd cheering him on. 5,000 meters, T11. Again, visual impairment, so the person to the right of them is their guide.
Seems to be extending from first to second, and from second to third, it seems to be getting a little bit closer.
It is getting tight between second and third.
In third place is countryman Luis Sandoval.
Gulen trying to make a move. It looks like he's going to try to beat him on the outside in that race for second and third. First is all but over right now for the Peruvian, but things tightening up closely in that second and third race. Crowd sensing it as well. 1 lap coming up to go. Beautiful look on perfect weather. Gulian way out in front here. There's the bell for the final lap. Castro still in good shape. But that is a race for second and third, and it is tight. Footsteps right now. Sandoval just behind in third. Sandoval gonna try to make a move on the outside. Tried on that last lap, couldn't get it done. The Peruvian way out in front. 5,000 meter T11 final from Lima. First is done, barring anything crazy.
200 meters to go for Roswell Guilan from Peru.
Just 200 meters left for Gulan from Peru as he comes around the final stretch.
So let's get behind our leader as he comes into the home straight up Peru.
Things staying pretty steady back at second and third, but it's the home stretch now for the Peruvian Gulen. Picking up speed even at the end. You see the world record, you see the personal record. He won't beat either of those. All right, so it is Gulen who comes away with the win and second place, and third cross as well. So Gulen, the Peruvian, comes away with a win in 15:46.76, a huge gold medal. Home nation celebrating as the Peruvian gets it done.
F11, and our leader still after 3 rounds with 35 meters 24 is Isabella Silva.
And let's just a look at the 4th place finish.
Lipsticks next up from Canada in her 4th round throw.
And 16:32. Sugulun from Peru, the gold medal in 15:46.76 in the T11 5,000 final. All right, back out now for the second period of wheelchair rugby. United States taking on Brazil. Just underway in this one, and the United States already opening up on the lead. They're up to 19 right now. Beautiful look at a nice steal by the cap. That's Josh Wheeler. We'll go back out for more Lex Gillette when he jumps. We'll keep you updated on where he's at. 5:35 to go here in the second. Just a little over 3 minutes elapsed. 19-8, the United States leading. Brazil finding the try for a couple as well. And now the U.S. pushing hard. They'll come across for another to make it 20-8. Beautiful interception here by Wheeler. Ioki cheering him on the sidelines, and Wheeler in for another try. It's been the Ioki and Wheeler show through just about a period and a half for the United States. Defense has been good, and now the contact picks up at the top of the key. This is a turnover, and Wheeler once again playing defensively huge. He'll make the pass up to Delagrave. And the captain will move it on to Eric Newby. No problem for him to cross the line for the try. Eric Newby, a Bailey, Colorado native. One-time Paralympian in 2016. Picked up a silver with the boys. Son of Nancy and Chuck. Brazil now with it. Contact left. He'll have to circle back around. Davy Abreu goes topside. Goncalves now works it down just to the top of the key. Tries to look for a hole, doesn't have one. Tries to sneak it in, but a nice pass, and he won't be able to hold on to it. All that work, and he threw it into the hands of the number 3, that is Kamgaro, and he wasn't able to get possession of the ball at the try line, so that will not count. 21-8 still remains the lead for the United States as they're dominant right now in this affair. Ioki back in after a quick breather. Hard down the right side. Look at the turnovers. The United States has not turned a single ball over. 12, however, has been the story for Brazil, and the United States has capitalized on it, rushing it across for tries almost every time. Brazil with possession now. They throw it over. That's Goncalves. Far side, good contact by Wheeler. Still got the pass off, and Brazil retains possession. They avoid a costly turnover at half court. Camargo trying to advance it. Beautiful pass down to Braz, and he'll cross that try line to make it 21-9. Chuck Ioki been playing fantastic for the United States. And a little wheel repair here. Like we told you earlier, contact is good. These chairs get beat up. Defensively, locked in tight. United States in the hands of Chuck Ioki. He's hard down the middle, and he'll roll right across for another easy try. Ioki just dominating. 23-9 right now for the United States. 3:30 to go in the second period. United States up big. Some more repairs being done. That's going to happen from time to time. All right, inbounded here by Brazil. They'll try to go the other direction. Really have been stifled offensively. The United States defense has been physical and relentless. You can relate it back to the hustle. The U.S. able to get 3 back very quickly, fortifying that line, but a beautiful pass right here will play for an easy try for Brazil as they're able to get the ball ahead of the United States defense to make it 23-10. Trailing by 11, not insurmountable by any means. The United States has had big wins earlier. Yesterday versus Chile, 60-16. Earlier today against Argentina, a 48-7 victory. Of course, we'll have the wheelchair rugby for you throughout the entirety here of the Parapan Am Games. Big for wheelchair rugby. The United States up against it. They must win gold to qualify for Tokyo in 2020. So it's a zero-sum game for the United States as Brazil rushes across for another try to make it 24-10, 11. So that medal games begin on August 27th. You'll be able to see them on teamusa.org. But again, zero-sum game for the United States. It's gold or bust if they want to go to Tokyo in 2020. 25-11 and another one for Chuck. Just when Brazil tries to start to chip away, the United States manages to find more tries. Hey, are you looking to find a way to rep Team USA? Go to teamusashop.com, where every purchase helps support your Team USA athletes. Big defense right there. They tried to lock him out, but a good push and a final stretch across the line by number 11, Julio Braz, to pick up the 12th try for Brazil. United States back with it. Quick pass up will be right into the hands. That'll go to number 8, Ernest Chun for the U.S. And it makes it 26-12. Ernie Chun from Hawaii. Got injured in a surfing accident back in '96. Brazil answers back with a try of their own, 26-13. Closing the gap a little bit, tit for tat, the United States scoring, and the answer comes very quickly from number 11, Julio Braz, who started the match. And now the U.S. back the other way, Chuck Ioki with it, right to the middle, easy play across. And that'll be a try for number 10 for the United States, Josh Wheeler. 27-13, $1:55 to go in the second. The United States has led from the very beginning. Brazil has not gotten within 4. They'll get one here though. 27-14 now, as it's a try from Daniel Goncalves. Another look at it. Nice wheel, nice route. Goncalves excited as the Brazilians trying to make a push back to it. Chuck Ioki, though, picks it up and will take his time to cross the try line to make it 28-14 for the United States. Chuck Ioki also, by the way, he told you, a pretty good writer. He's a featured blogger for the International Paralympic Committee. He likes crossword puzzles, reading, and Game of Thrones. So we got everything in common, Chuck. I won't give you any Game of Thrones spoilers, but by now you probably should be caught up. No doubt Chuck Ioki is caught up. $1:15 to go in the second, 28-14, United States. Brief whistle, back to action. Brazil with possession. That's number 11, Julio Braz. Braz dishes it across. Chuck Ioki with the defense hard. United States just swallowing Brazil up right now in man-on-man coverage. Very little room to move around out there, and when Brazil does get an opening, the United States quick to play physical, but that's a beautiful pass. And the lob comes up and over from 10 to 2, so Goncalves, a great pass to Wanqueira. And Brazil hanging around a little bit here. All right, we're gonna duck out for just a moment with 35 seconds to go in the second. We are gonna get you over to track and field, but we'll wait for this second to finish. 28-15 the score, United States and Brazil. Lots going on here in Lima, Peru. Certainly glad to have you guys along for this one. I'm Nick Gismondi. Be with you all the way through 10 days of action, concluding on September 1st with the closing ceremony. Beautiful opening ceremony last night at the National Stadium. A beautiful display of the culture of Lima, the history of Lima, and the hope for the future. 20 seconds left in this one, 28-15. The United States up on Brazil. 10 seconds to go, the United States with possession. Chuck Ioki trying for one more. Oh, he's a giver too. A beautiful pass across, and that will be a try for Joe Delagrave. The Cap gets one in, and they eat the clock up. Beautiful timing, positioning, patience. That'll wind down and bring us up to halftime as the United States leading by considerable margin in this one over Brazil. The U.S. got out to an early lead and has managed to just keep the pedal down the entire way, stifling Brazil with some strong defense. And the United States, especially on the heels of that man right there, number 5, Chuck Ioki, getting it done. They lead 29-15 at halftime. All right, back out now to track and field for some action. Jimenez about to jump. He is in second with a 6.60. Let's get you caught up on where we're at with this right now in long jump. Lander Savan from Cuba, he leads with a Parapan record of 6.89. Jimenez, his last jump, as you just saw, was in second with a 6.60. We'll see where this ranks. And Lex Gillette currently sitting in third with a 6.12.
3 athletes have completed their rounds. Thiago Palino from Brazil still in the lead with 15 meters 26. From Argentina's Pablo Demian Jimenez with a best of 12 meters 38. And then in third from Panama, Luis Alberto Espinosa with 9 meters 75. As we see up on the screen, that update in the shot put competition.
So waiting on Jimenez's score. And we'll head over to shot put. Navardo Griffiths from Jamaica, getting ready for his 6th attempt at shot put. Thiago Palino from Brazil is the current leader in the shot put competition right now. He's got a world record throw of 15.26. So each competitor in shot put gets 6 straight throws, of which they take the best throw. So Griffiths, that was his 2nd. Trying to beat an 8.53, which is Griffiths' best. All right, we'll check back in with Griffiths and how things are progressing on the track as we get you back out for just after the start of the 3rd quarter. The United States finding the try line for a few more. That makes it 30-16, just about 45 seconds in to the start of the 2nd half. Chuck Ioki with another try. Don't be surprised. 31-16 for the United States. Ioki brilliant in this match against Brazil so far. (31-16), 7:11 to go in the 3rd. Ioki will get a unwanted break as he heads to the sin bin for a moment. So a power play essentially for Brazil. They capitalized. The United States happy to let them have it to get Ioki back into the mix. 31-17, under 7 to play. The U.S. is 2-0 through play. This is their 2nd match today. Ioki, nice long feed. That one will go all the way down to number 10, Josh Wheeler. And the United States will jump out to a 32-17 lead. My apologies, that's Eric Newby, number 9, with the try. Brazil trying to work the other direction now, looking to make a pass, but he'll hold on to it. Daniel Goncalves finally dishes it right into the middle, and this will be a try for Julio Braz to make it 18 for the Brazilians. Nice punch pass, and Brazil finds the back of the try line. United States up 32-18. Check it, 33-18 now as they continue to pour it on. A try from number 14, cap Joe Delagrave. Now moved across, Brazil starting to play a little bit more firm defense. Joe Delagrave looking to get open, picks up that interception pass. He'll be patient with it. Moves it right ahead to Ioki. And Joe Delagrave to Ioki for the try. Another one to make it 34-18. 6:04 to go in the third. The United States well on their way in this one, but Brazil hanging around. Delagrave down low, playing smart defense. Now they'll have to try to catch up, and the outlet pass just a little bit too much ahead, and Brazil unable to get to it, and that's another turnover. Could have been a perfect opportunity to pick up another try and make it 19. Just a little bit in front. Now, as we've said, it's been the Ioki and Wheeler show so far in this one. 34 total tries for the United States, 15 of them coming from Ioki. And Josh Wheeler chiming in for 10. 5:38 to go in the third. United States with it now, and it's Ioki. Looking for number 16, but he'll give it over to Delagrave, and he'll cross for the 35th try of the match for the United States. Relentless offense from the U.S. in a very high-scoring sport, but the Americans have done a good job. 60 against Chile, 48 earlier today against Argentina. Well on their way to find the in-between of those numbers against Brazil. That is another one for number 11, Julio Braz, who now leads Brazil with 10. Positioning for Braz has been perfect throughout this entire match. And the United States picks up another one. This one coming from Eric Newby. Brazil back the other direction. Goncalves with it. To the middle, tries to sneak it in. Nice pass, and that one will go over to, once again, the man Julio Braz, who now has 10 tries. 36-20. Braz leads the effort for Brazil, accounting for half of their scoring in this one. United States getting it a little bit more spread out, but still it's Wheeler and Ioki doing the majority of the work, but Delagrave right there has put a few in himself, and a beautiful pass to Ioki to make it 37-20. A 17-try lead for the United States right now. Comfortable, but not exceptionally dominant yet. And a bad turnover for Brazil right at half court. Will pick it up for an easy try for number 9, Eric Newby. Makes it 38-20. U.S. looking to make some substitutions. Firm contact, middle court. Brazil still with it. That's number 11, Braz. He gets jammed up. We'll have to look for a pass. He's got nowhere to go. Tries to trickle it ahead. It'll be a turnover. And nothing will come of the effort or the physicality. Couple substitutions. The United States will bring in Charles Melton and Ernest Chun. (38-20), 3:25 to go in the third. The United States leading and continuing to dominate as they find another try. Chuck Melton picking up his first, the Richville, Illinois native and a one-time Paralympian. He's got silver from 2016. Melton acquired a C7 spinal cord injury from a driving accident. That was in 2002, 5 years after he began to play wheelchair rugby. And he's pretty good at it. 39-20, the United States leading, 3:04 to go in the third. There's a look at Chuck, number 2. Strong beard game as well. Best facial hair in the business right now. Beautiful pass and a nice try for Brazil as they just keep hanging around. 39-21. This now marks the most points that the United States has been scored on. So the most tries against coming into this was 16. That was yesterday against Chile. Now 21 for the Brazilians. But the United States still getting it done offensively now, making it 40. All right, let's get you back out now to track and field. So Gillette, who is a T11 athlete, has jumped a 6.12. He is currently in second, despite the fact that the others in front of him have jumped a 6.60, and that's because they're T12. Huge jump for Gillette.
Nice jump for Alexis Gillette from the USA.
Absolutely perfect. That will be a big number.
T11, T12 long jump. His best was 6 meters 12.
Ese fue el salto de Alexis Gillette de Estados Unidos, el que ha sido medallista de plata en los Juegos Paralímpicos de 2004, 2008, 2012 y 2016.
So 6.89 from Savon is the lead with 879 current points. We'll see what Gillette comes up with. And that jump by Savon, by the way, is a Parapan American record right now. Another look at Gillette's jump. Absolutely perfect.
And that fourth round jump is measured at 5 meters 93. So still in second place with a best of 6 meters 12.
So he still sits in second place with his best being a 6 meter 12 jump, which is 831 points. So still in second place for Gillette.
So final results for the discus.
So Jimenez, who currently sits in third, his best a 6.60. It's just over 700 points. Oh, and a good jump.
So that was Lydia Savon's fourth attempt in the T11, T12 long jump competition. He's in the lead with a best of 6 meters 89.
So we throw out the terms in this sport at the para athletics of T11, T12. So if you're looking at it, T11 being the most severe of the impairments, T12 being less, hence why you have a little bit of an adjustment between Gillette and the others. Gillette is T11. The other two in the mix right now are T12. All right, more track and field coming up later and throughout the evening on teamusa.org, but let's get you back out to the arena where the United States, with $1:15 to go in the third, leads by 20, 43-23. Brazil pushing down low, United States blocking up the key. Remember, you can have 3 players at any given time in the key defensively. A fourth would be a penalty. That's why you see number 8 stop short right there, Ernest Chun. Take another look. Fakes the pass. Does he get them both across? Yes, he will. 43-24. Chuck Ioki. Easy peasy. Rolls across, and it's another try. And just to clarify, it's the 2 front wheels of the wheelchair that have to both fully cross the try line in contact with the court. So if one of those wheels is up or tilted or off the ground, it doesn't count. Both wheels have to be touching the court across the try line in order for it to count. Big contact from Ioki. Coming in like a train. Drives it into the chair of Alexandre Guriato. Stalls him on the far right side, and Brazil now trying to regroup. Throw it right to the middle for Camargo. Camargo circles back and gets it back to Guriato. Guriato, a little juke. Tries for the escape on the far side. Now he'll look to cut in. Nice blocking there by Brazil up the goal line, and that'll make it 44-25. Ioki stalls with 4 seconds to go and will cross to make it 45-25, reopening the 20-try lead for the United States. Quick turnover, Ioki picks it back up, wheels around, that won't count. He just misses, stuffing it on the inside of the pylon. As the third period comes to an end, the United States dominating over Brazil right now in wheelchair rugby in their third match. All right, back with you here. 45-25, start of the fourth, 7:42 to go. The United States out to a 20-point lead right now over Brazil in their third match of the contest. All right, 7:38, fourth quarter. United States leading. Brazil pushing hard, and they'll sneak one in on that far right side. That has been the spot for number 12, Alexandre Guriato. Hasn't been overly dominant, but he scored some beautiful tries. Once again, look at him trying to work in that far right side. This time he brings everybody with him and then dishes the pass across to Fitosa. (45-27). Ioki. Ioki picking up another one, 7:14 to go, 46-27. Chuck Ioki just getting it done. Look at the defensive push by Ioki as well. The physicality atop the key, trying to force turnovers, done that all match long. And now a big push by Brazil. Strong to the outside by Fitosa, and a big try pick up there as Brazil now started to close the gap a little bit, picking up their 28th of the match with 6:55 to go. United States makes a statement, picks another one up. (47-28), 6:17 to go in the fourth. The United States looking good right now. We do apologize for the signal, folks. We'll work through it for you here moving forward. Do bear with us. And in the meantime, download the Team USA app today and follow your favorite athletes on the road to Tokyo 2020. I'll give you a guess who scored that try. Did you guess Chuck Ioki? You guessed right. That is his 19th of the match. (47-28). Good look at Chuck Ioki. Got inspired by the 2005 film A Murder Ball. Picked it up. Been playing ever since now for 11 years. Nice pass by Brazil. Just can't handle it in front. Slips out of the hands of Fitosa. That is Charles Melton, number 2 for the United States, with the fantastic facial hair. Look at Chuck Ioki. Been brilliant for the United States. 5:37 to go in the fourth. All but over for the U.S. here. Well executed in their third match. Melton now with it, mid-court. A little bit of a reverse. He'll make a nice dish pass over to Newby. Newby cutting to the middle. Has some room to move in on the left-hand side and will cross the try line for number 49 for the United States. Certainly glad to have you along here for the 2019 Parapan Am Games from Lima, Peru. I'm Nick Gismondi. Pleasure to be with you. 10 full days of action, and the United States looking good right now. Earlier victory in wheelchair basketball for the women. Canada was also victorious earlier today in women's wheelchair basketball. The wheelchair rugby team for the men, they were victorious earlier as well, looking to pick up their third win now. Real quick, we'll go back out to track and field where we were gonna show you the final results of the long jump. But this is Jimenez's last jump. Currently his best still from his second, that's a 6.60. Remember, he is a T12 athlete here. Back out to rugby in a moment. Big one from Jimenez, and he likes it.
Happy he gets the white flag.
However, a fault will ruin an otherwise good jump for Jimenez from Cuba. All right, back out to rugby, where the United States leading 50-29. 4:08 to go in the fourth. With it is Garato. Garato. (50-29). Everybody wants to rule the world. The United States doing it against Brazil right now with 3:57 to go. Inbound pass for Brazil. With it, that's number 6, Jose Hingo, the captain. I'll have to turn it back over. That's a good look at Lee Fredette from the United States, number 11. He'll exit, and it'll be a power play briefly for Brazil. So the man advantage. Unable to do anything with it here. 3:41. A wheel change. Quick and easy pit stop for Brazil. Inbounded still with the man advantage, and this will be an easy try for Brazil. 3:31 to go. 50-30, down by 20. Nice pass, and Wheeler crosses the try line to make it 51-30 with 3:22 to go in the fourth. The United States dominating fashion right now over Brazil. That's a quick look at Jose Raul Gunther. Brazil advances, and the United States fortified on the try line. big push in, try to distract the defense. That opens up an avenue on the far right side, and a nice play set up right there by Brazil. A little up and over from number 6, Jose Hingo, to Rafael Hoffman. Hoffman worked that far right side. He loves that far right corner, and another quick one here for Brazil. So they go bang bang, 51-32. They're not going to be able to beat the clock, though. The United States up considerably with just under 3 to play. Big contact and another pickup for the United States, as it will be Adam Scarturo just crossing the line to make it 52-32. Couple substitutions coming in here now. Well, good time to let you know more action from wheelchair rugby coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern on teamusa.org. It will be the United States versus Colombia. We'll have that call for you right here. (52-32), fourth, 2:38 to go. The United States pushing very hard to try to come away with their third victory, and it is pretty much well in hand. Brazil now going to make one more push, trying to get across that try line. That's a big effort by number 6, Hingo, the captain. He has to dish it over, but it will be a try. It's Gabriel Fetosa finding daylight on the other side of the try line. That was fortified by the United States defenses right there. But a nice lob pass and a final catch will get the two wheels across, and some jubilation and some celebration, as it is 52-33 now. Brazil still trailing. Well, now for Brazil, it's just about the effort. This is certainly the most tries that have been scored against the United States throughout this tournament thus far. So the positive side for Brazil is that they're pushing hard, but the negative for everyone else is that you can bring your best, and it's going to be very difficult to beat the Americans in this contest. 2:18 to go in the fourth. Now the DJ having a little bit of fun here. Crash, and they'll pick everybody back up, and it'll be a power play for the United States with 2:09 to play in the fourth. U.S. keen to take their time with it right now. No pressure on Eric Newby, who holds the ball. Newby looking to make his move. Everybody matching up. Five seconds to go on the shot clock, and the United States will roll it across. A smart play right there. Just trying to do their best to eat it away, though it's not necessarily a factor at this point. 52-33. That's a big lob in. Brazil going to try to make one more push at it here with just 91 seconds left in the game. Strong roll, good defense now picked up, and Brazil will get themselves another. 53-34. There's that contact that everyone loves about wheelchair rugby. Big pass, and this is a turnover for Brazil. The United States manages to pick it up. That's number 10, Wheeler. He gets it over to Melton. Melton will hang on for just a moment and go back up topside for number 8, Ernest Chun. Ernie Chun gets it over to Newby. Newby a little juke left, juke right. Beautiful pass to Wheeler. He'll hit the brakes, buy a couple seconds, and cross the line and make a 54. Big long pass for Brazil. This will be a nice, easy roll-in try to bring them to 35 with 40 seconds to go. Patosa has been good. There's Coach Gumbert looking a little dismayed. Doesn't want his guys to get sloppy in the last minute, despite the significant lead. 30 seconds to go. U.S. in possession. That's Wheeler who has it. Looking for the play. Finds it. It's Chun. Chun holding tight. Steadfast defensively right now, trying to eat the clock. 15 seconds to go, and the United States will call a timeout. United States just holding tight. They'll roll it across for one more try, just so you got the points and a giant victory. It'll end up being 55-35 for the United States over Brazil. That takes them to 3-0 after a win yesterday over Chile, 60-16, and earlier today against Argentina, 48-7. So they find the middle ground between 60 and 48, but give up the most tries that they have so far in this tournament. Still managed to get this one done in dominating fashion. So the United States, who desperately need to make sure they win the gold medal in order to qualify for Tokyo 2020, are well on their way. Ioki had 19 tries. Josh Wheeler finishing just behind him with 12. Coming in, Joe Delagrave had 24. He picks up another 9 in this match against Brazil. And the United States victorious, 55-35 over Brazil. They'll play Colombia again tomorrow morning. You can see that on teamusa.org.